The year is coming to a close, which means there's a whole new year to look forward to. And if you're anything like me, you're wondering what terrible and horrific things the new year is going to bring. And I'm not just talking about the Suicide Squad.
Thought you'd never ask.
A new year means an all-new generation of horror games. And I'm here to bring you a veritable smorgasbord of titles I've hand-picked to clog up your wishlist. I've split these games into 6 categories because 6 is the scariest number. Oh, and it should be assumed that any of the games mentioned here are only on PC for now, unless otherwise stated. Our first category is Silent Hill. That's right, there's so many Silent Hill projects coming up that it gets its own category. Obviously, I have to start with Silent Hill 2, a remake of the cerebral survival horror classic being made by Bloober Team, who basically made their own version of Silent Hill Origins a few years ago with The Medium. Silent Hill 2 is coming to PC and PS5. Hopefully 2024 also gives us Silent Hill F, the first game in the series to be based in another country, taking place in 1960s Japan. This is probably the game we know the least about in this entire video. We don't know what the gameplay will be like, or what it will even look like, or what platforms it'll be on. For all we know, it'll be a visual novel only available on Amazon Kindle, although that could actually track as the writer of the game is a well-known visual novel author. The one I'm the most interested about though is Townfall, the first in an anthology of Silent Hill games to be published by Annapurna Interactive. It's developed by No Code, who have previously given us Observation and Stories Untold, a highlight of its genre. The trailer for this is just as mysterious as Silent Hill F, not even mentioning release platforms. But I'm willing to bet that this device we see here in the trailer is one we'll be spending a lot of time staring at in the actual game. Subscribe to the FGS channel to help us in our quest to find your new favorite game. And from the depths of our minds to the far distant past, our next category is dinosaur games. You hear that, Capcom? You've given us no Dino Crisis remake and now everyone's going crazy releasing all these dinosaur horror games. And we're all the better for it. Deathground is a co-op, squad-based action game that plays like GTFO or Left 4 Dead, with dinosaurs that look like Jurassic World Aftermath on steroids. The Lost Wild, nice pun, portrays the dinosaurs more as animals instead of monsters, and whilst it's got the cat and mouse style survival horror gameplay, the focus on non-lethal weaponry should tell you that you need to use your brain a bit more here instead of just blasting through them. Instinction has you basically trapped on Skull Island, unraveling the mystery of this place and basically just trying to survive. Finally, Compound Fracture takes a more retro approach, at least visually, and has you on a distant planet where dinosaurs still roam, which I'm desperately trying not to compare to the film 65. Of this category, this is the one I've got my eye on the most. Sadly, for all of these dinosaur games, we have no release dates, no platforms, they're all PC exclusive for the time being, and I can't even tell you what level of quality they're going to be, as these are all the first games from each of these development teams. However, our next category is the scariest one of all. If you're of a weak disposition, please look away now, because we're going to be looking at a couple of office job games. That's right, the crushing weight of a 9-to-5 job is one of the things that games have taken advantage of in the last few years. And in 2024, there's some new jobs hiring. The Dead Letters department is looking for someone new. Your job is to manually type in the text from letters that the computers can't read. What could possibly go wrong? The 2022 demo for this game blew me away. It's the definition of less being more. And I can't wait to see what the full game has in store. For now, this game will only be coming to PC. The Home Safety Hotline is also hiring. All you gotta do is take incoming calls and recommend the best things for people to do out of the Home Safety Hotline handbook for your callers. I've previously called this one of the best examples of analog horror, and it comes from the developer of the underrated Night Signal, and you can pick it up on January 16th on Steam. Next up are Haunted PS1 games, which are ironically all PC exclusive. I ravenously eat up every single Haunted PS1 showcase like a rabid animal, and there's a few games in particular from past demo discs and presentations that I wanted to give some love, like Loveland, a game based in the home of the real-life cryptid the Frogman, where the residents of a trailer park have made a cult that worships, what do you know, frogs, and they appear to even be being brainwashed by these sinister, slimy amphibians. Agony of a Dying MMO will hopefully make a return this year, a game which follows the final moments before a forgotten MMO shuts down. Walk follows a young child on the walk home who gets chased by a strange figure and must escape. Enchain is the exact opposite. I'm a huge fan of fast-paced, movement-focused FPS games, and this looks like it's going to fill the hole in my heart left after beating Ghost Runner 2. There's already a demo available for Enchain, and it is a great time, so I'd recommend giving that a go before the game comes out, hopefully in the new year. 10 Dead Doves is a fixed camera narrative horror set in Appalachia, so you can already assume what the vibes are. Birds are dropping dead and you've got to figure out what is even happening. This looks like it'll be an extremely high quality title with a surrealist edge, and I can't wait for its full release following a very successful Kickstarter. ECHOSTASIS, the finale in the Enigma trilogy, is a visually visceral experience that, after playing the prologue that you can play on Steam right now, I just have to know more about. But speaking of games that are a visual treat, that's our next category: visual treats. Paranormal Tales is an anthology game in the style of body cam footage, VHS tapes, and even phone cameras. The developers previously made new retro arcade Neon, so this is very much a tonal shift, but definitely one to keep an eye on if you're a streamer to keep you on the edge of your seat. Only on PC for now. From the creator of Remothered, our next game is by Sweet Carole, designed in the style of classic animated movies. It comes from the same developers as 2023's co-op escape room game How to Escape, so we know they've got experience building puzzles. The main character can shapeshift in order to meet the deadly challenges before her in this side-scrolling puzzle game coming to PC, Switch, Xbox, and PlayStation. Ill is a game I need to see more of before being fully confident in, but it'll certainly have some of the gnarliest monster designs I've ever seen, and a gruesome dismemberment system that'll make Dead Space blush. And it'll be PC exclusive. Finally for this section, Routine is a first-person sci-fi horror set on an abandoned, retro-futuristic lunar base inspired by designs from the 80s, so like a new type of retro-futurism. There's only one short teaser available so far, and not much info beyond that despite its lengthy development, but goddamn, this trailer is just excellent. Our final section is returning champions, sequels and reboots and adaptations that are definitely worth your time in the coming year. First up, right at the start of the year, Alone in the Dark is yet another reboot of the grandfather of survival horror, and it's got some big names in the cast, including Stranger Things alumni. It's also got a free prologue demo you can play now to get a feel for it. It's coming to PS5 and PC and follows two detectives as they travel to a psychological institution to investigate a disappearance. It's releasing on March 20th, 2024. Tormented Souls 2 brings back Caroline Walker for what is meant to be a bigger and better sequel to the classic-style survival horror game from 2021. It'll have more complex combat, a gothic setting, and will be available on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Little Nightmares 3 is finally coming, and also finally adding in co-op. You can survive the horrors of this twisted world together as this series that seems to just get better and better gives us something new to enjoy on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Nintendo Switch. Finally, Killer Klowns from Outer Space is getting a video game. Everyone keeps forgetting that this was announced, but I won't let them, okay? This game, based on the B-movie classic Killer Klowns, will put us in the oversized shoes of these colorful aliens to try and capture another team of human... Wait, it's an asymmetrical horror game? Never mind, pack it up boys, show's over. If you're interested in yet another asymmetrical horror game, then this game is releasing on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC sometime in 2024. And I hope you wrote all of those games down because there's a lot of them and I'm not going over them again. Happy holidays to all, and I'll see you next year with more horror content. To catch it and all of the fantastic content we're making, please subscribe to the FGS channel, home of the Future Game Show.